Thank you very much. It's fun to be back home. I love Rapid City. I just want to tell you a little bit about me and my family. I'm thrilled to be your Republican nominee for Secretary of State. That happened on November 9th. Early in the morning, God woke me up and he said, "Now is your time." So I got up and I said, "Yes, sir," and I've been running it hard ever since. Crossing the state of South Dakota, there are incredible people just like you. They care about South Dakota in the future. And I am glad to be here at your 51st annual convention. Thank you, Dale, for inviting me. I've attended other conventions in the past, and in fact, I was even your MC one year. And what a joy to be celebrating the end of Roe versus Wade. We prayed and God answered, didn't he? Being pro-life is a family tradition for me, and I'd love to share a few stories for you. My mother, Colleen Newpin, from Rapid City, has been a member of South Dakota Right to Life for many years. And in fact, in 1973, she started attending the Saturday morning prayer vigils in front of Dr. Munson's abortion clinic right off of Jackson Boulevard. She would join the faithful Catholics who would pray every Saturday, and my mother was the only Protestant. I was only 10 years old, but I wanted to join her. It had a profound impact on me, knowing that young women would go into that clinic with a baby inside them, and then they would leave without that baby inside them. That just broke my heart, and that started me on my own pro-life path. So for those of you that were there, thank you. My mother also had a picture on her refrigerator. I don't know if some of you have seen that metal garbage can that was filled with aborted babies. We had that on our refrigerator, so let me tell you, that prompted a lot of discussions when friends and family would come over to visit. I have raised all six of my children to be pro-life, and it brought me great joy when my children would get into discussions with other people, debate in class, write English assignments, and defend life. One of the most incredible experiences that I had was in 2004 during the South Dakota abortion ban bill. My oldest daughter, Monae Johnson, was 16 at the time. I had just finished working in the Secretary of State's office at 5 o'clock, and Alicia joined me upstairs in the Capitol in the committee hearing. It was standing room only, and we were in the back. The room was hot and filled with tension. As we listened to the testimonies, I commented to her, she was standing right in front of me, and I'd whisper in her ear and I'd say, "Everyone who's speaking is an adult, and there's no one from South Dakota. I think you need to testify." After 2 or 3 or 4 people, and me being behind her and I'm a little bit taller, my little knee would kind of push against her knee, and I'd say, "You need to go say something." Well, at the very end of the testimonies, there was 15 minutes left. The chairman made the call to see if anyone wanted to testify. I gently nudged her, and she stepped forward. I was breathless. She was going to do it. She was going to testify. So I watched her quietly introduce herself, and she stated that she was a 16-year-old from T.F. Riggs High School in Pierre, and she didn't have anything prepared to say. But her words were powerful, and they were straight from the heart of God. I was so proud of her, and of course, I was a mom, I was crying. But directly behind her the whole time was Senator Stan Adelstein, Planned Parenthood executive Kate Luby, and their lobbyist. And they were squirming in their seats the whole time she testified. And of course, they glared at her when she got up and walked back to me. But that was a God moment. And then the next year, God placed it on my heart to become a foster parent. 10-month-old twins, a boy and girl, came into our home and became our children 2 years later. 4 years later, another baby girl came into our life, and I became her mother. The twins are enrolled Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe, and the youngest Oglala Lakota Sioux Tribe, and they are doing great. And we bless their birth mother for giving them life. Their life verse is Jeremiah 1:5. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nation." These 3 children are amazing as they overcome fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, attention deficit disorder, and many other issues. And growing up in a state, and even a city, that has prejudice against them. But they are rising above that, and we will have to wait and see just how God is going to use that. So I leave you with this. Do not give up. Keep on doing what you are doing. America is now not under the national spirit of death anymore, Roe v. Wade. So we can and we will take our great country back. So I cover your prayers in my campaign for Secretary of State. God bless you, and God bless America.